Students, are you able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in last lecture, we were discussing about the output resistance, right? How to calculate this output resistance. So for that purpose, what you have to do first, this is our circuit diagram, right? A generalized H parameter model. So here you are having that voltage source, right? Vs. You short circuit this voltage source first, right? And R naught, we are calculating the R naught from this point, right? We are standing here. So R naught will be uh, voltage at this terminal 2 and 2 dash divided by the, so voltage is V2 and current is I2. So V2 by I2, from that equation you will get R naught. Okay. So this already we have done here. R naught is equal to V2 by I2. Now I2, from the basic equation, first two equations we have written, from that we will get the value of I2. I2 is equal to HF I1 plus H naught V2. This we got from basic two equations. This equation number 1 and equation number 2 are there. From this equation number 2, I2 is equal to HF I1 plus H naught V2. From here we have taken this. Okay, so I2 will be replaced by this equation. So we will get R naught is equal to V2 by HF I1 plus H naught V2. And this is our equation number 9. Now we apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in the input loop, right? So this is the input loop. Here we apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So here it is HR V2 and voltage across this resistor is I1 HR. Okay, and across this RS resistance it is I1 RS. So from this we got this equation HR V2 plus I1 H1 plus I1 RS is equal to 0. Now if you see our equation number 9, you see our this equation number 9, here this I1, if we are able to eliminate this I1, then we can get the value of this R naught. So for this purpose what we have done, here this equation I will bring in terms of I1, right? So I1 H1 this term and I1 RS. So from these two terms I will take I1 common. So I will get I1 within bracket HI plus RS, and this is equal to HR V2 I will take at right hand side. So it will become minus HR V2. Okay. And from here we will get the value of I1. I1 is equal to minus HR V2 divided by H1 RS, and this is our equation number 10. And whatever value we got this I1, this from 10 we will put in 9. In place of I1 we will put this. So we will get by putting I1 from 10 to 10 in 9 in 9. So we got here R naught is equal to V2 divided by HF, and within bracket I will write this value of I1 minus HR V2 divided by H1 plus RS plus H0 V2. Okay. Then we will simplify this. So R0 is equal to V2 by I will open this bracket minus HF HR V2 minus HF HR V2 by H1 plus RS.
HI, sir.
Where is HI?
In the place of you have right
Yes,
H1 in
this is
place of
HI, yes, HI plus RS plus H0 V2. So this will be equal to V2, and in the denominator I will write HI plus RS minus HF HR. Simple mathematics we are doing here. V2 plus H0 V2 multiplied with HI plus RS. This. Now whatever is in denominator, this HI plus RS, this I will bring at the numerator with V2. So we will get V2 HI plus RS divide by minus HF HR V2 plus V2 HI. I am opening this bracket. H0 V2 RS. Right now in the denominator, V2 is available in all the three terms, right? V2 is here, V2 is here, and V2 is here. So we will take this V2 common, and V2 is in numerator also, so that V2 will be cancelled out. Okay. Okay, so I will write that step also. V2 HI plus RS. Class is going on. Okay, you once meet Murli sir also. Okay, so if you are comfortable with this, then okay. Otherwise, some VLSI domain project, if he is having some idea, then that also we can go, right?
Okay.
You just first discuss,
Okay.
then we finalize.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so V2 in the denominator, we will take V2 common. Right? So here we will get minus HF HR plus H0 HI plus H0 RS. Right? And now this V2 and this V2 we will cancel out. So we will get this R0 is equal to HI plus RS in numerator. HI plus RS, right? And in denominator, okay. First we will write. I will write this at last term H0 RS, H0 RS plus. I will write this middle term H0 HI, H0 HI. Then I will write this first term minus HF HR minus HF HR, right? Now, if you remember when we were calculating this voltage gain, right? When we were calculating this voltage gain, at that time, this term you see here, last HI H0 minus HR HF. This term we denoted by delta H, right? So you can find same term is there HI H0 minus HR HF. You see here HI H0 minus HF HR. So this term we can denote it by delta. You can write as it is also, no problem, but you can for the simplification you can do that. Or now R0 is equal to HI plus RS divided by H0 RS plus delta H. Okay, so this is our expression. This expression as expression number 10, 11. Right, and here delta delta H is equal to H0 HI minus HF HR. Okay, so this is hello. Yes, 1 minute. So here okay, so what is RS? Anyone can tell? What is this RS? Are you getting voice or not? Voice is okay. Yeah, anyone respond? What is this RS? This RS. I'm talking about this RS. See this figure, RS. Or if you see the voltage source, see we kept RS because this voltage source. You are getting voice or not? First you tell me. Someone can respond.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Audible.
So what is this RS? RS is the resistance of voltage source, right? Generally the value of this RS is very low. Okay. But if you consider the ideal situation, then ideal situation, what should be the value of this RS? And for ideal case, the voltage source should not have any resistance, right? Because see, if you have this resistance, then whatever voltage source you have applied, some voltage from that will drop across this RS, right? So less amount of voltage is entering inside the transistor. So your voltage gain will be affected, right? So ideally we should manufacture the voltage source with RS value should be 0, but that is not possible. That's why the value of RS is always very considered as very less, around 100 ohm, 200 ohm, like that, right? Because see, if the value of RS will be more, then voltage source, whatever voltage is coming, some drop will be there across RS also, right or wrong? So whatever remaining voltage will enter inside the amplifier for the amplification, that will be lower voltage, slightly less voltage. So uh, your voltage gain will be affected. So that's why the value of RS should be small. Means ideally it should be 0, but practically it's very less. But if in this expression, if we think about the ideal voltage source, right? So you can write for ideal voltage source. Ideal voltage source. RS should be 0, right? Then if for ideal case, then equation 11 will become R naught is equal to HI by delta H, right? This will be right. This will be the expression of the output resistance if we consider ideal voltage source. If we consider ideal voltage source, right? So this is the equation 12th I have written, but that is generally not a condition. If you find some numericals, then you will find the value of RS is also given in the numerical, right? But that value you will find it is less, 100 to 100 ohm, like that only. So for that you have to use the expression 1 for the calculation of R naught, right? So by now we have calculated AI, current gain, voltage gain, input resistance and output resistance, right? This we have calculated. So if you consider this a two-port network, two-port network, one dash, here you have plus minus V1 and here we have I1, and this is 2 dash plus minus V out, and here we have I2, right? So Ri, so see here this two port means this is a transistor, right? Here this you can replace this two port by the transistor. Suppose if you consider the common emitter configuration, then like that, like this, like this, right? So here you have this port 1 dash, 2 dash. So whatever we have calculated, these values are the internal parameter of this two-port network, right? This is the internal parameter of the two-port network. If you extend this, here we have now with what is the purpose of terminals 1 and 1 dash? These are used for the connection of the external circuits. With 1 and 1 dash, we have to connect the voltage source like Vs, and voltage source will have some resistance Rs, and with the terminal 2 we have to connect some external load resistor so that we can get some output. So here this is RL, and with the RL in this arm you will get the current IL, right? Oh, this is IL, and here you have the current I2, and here you have the voltage V2, right? So these are the internal parameters which we have calculated, right? We have calculated the internal parameters. Now we will find out the overall voltage gains, right? What is the overall voltage gain and what are the overall current gain, right? Overall means you have to now consider this part also, right? You have to consider this part also now, and this part. Now we have to consider this part also, right? Then we will get the overall voltage gain and current gain. Okay. Now see AV, voltage gain. How we have calculated voltage gain? If you see this V2 by V1. So this V2 and V1 were available at the terminals 1 1 dash 2 2 dash, right? And if you have to calculate the overall voltage gain, then you have to consider the voltage across RL, and you have to consider the input voltage as source voltage. That you have to consider, right? Because these are the internal parameters which we have calculated here. Now we will calculate here fifth part, overall voltage gain. Right, now we have to see the overall voltage gain, right? What is the input to my this circuitry and what is the output voltage of my this circuitry? That will give you the value of overall voltage gain, right? So this overall voltage gain is represented by AVS, right? AVS means overall voltage gain. AV means internal voltage gain. So this overall voltage gain, you will get the output voltage by input voltage. Right now you see in this circuitry, output voltage you will take across RL. Here you will take this output voltage, right? Suppose this is V out, right? But uh, so what is V2? V2 is also a voltage across RL, right? So V2 and VO is same, right? Because see, suppose if this is a resistor, if you measure a voltage across this resistor from here and you call it as suppose V2, and if you measure the resistance or the voltage across this side and you call it as V out, both are same thing. You see this RL resistor and we are measuring the V out VO here, and V2 is at the terminal 2 and 2 dash, so both are same. So output voltage is same, it is not a problem. But the input voltage, if you see at the terminal 1, you are having an input voltage V1 here, but this V1 is the internal voltage of this transistor. So here you have to consider this Vs, right? Because your voltage is coming from this voltage source. So if you are calculating the overall voltage gain, then what is your starting input voltage and what is your last input voltage, that you have to consider. Because there is a difference between Vs and V1. Because in between there is a resistance Rs, right? So some voltage will drop across this Rs and some smaller portion will be V1. Got it? That's why you consider the starting voltage Vs is the input voltage and V out, VO is the output voltage. But since VO and V2 both are equal, both are same, you are measuring across the same resistor. So in place of output voltage, you can write V2 also. So overall voltage gain V, or okay, here I will write V out, VO by Vs, right? And this will be equal to, in place of VO, you can also write V2, V2 by Vs, right? So this. Now what I will do, I will simply rearrange this in this way. V2 by V1 multiplied by, हाँ जी सर, हाँ बोलिए सर. Wednesday I have third hour. You have first hour. Okay. 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 First hour. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, so here I will write V1 by Vs, right? So both of these equations are same. Simply V2 by Vs. I have written in this way, V2 by V1 multiplied by V1 by Vs. So you can cancel out V1 and V1 and you will get V2 by Vs only, right? So in this way I have written this equation. So with this way, what benefit I will get? V2 by V1. Someone can tell what is V2 by V1? What we can write for V2 by V1?
AV.
Yes, this is the voltage gain, right? You see here, this AV is V2 by V1. So that's why we have rearranged that equation in this way. So I can write here AV multiplied by V1 by Vs. Okay. Now you see our internal circuitry. This is our Vs. This is our Rs. Okay. And here we have our two-port network, right? Two-port network like this. Now, for this two-port network, here already we have calculated the value of internal resistance, right, of this two-port network. So this internal resistance value we have calculated, and this is connect. Now what you can do? Now I will just redraw this circuit in this way. Vs Rs and Ri, right? In this way I can draw this, and here this is I1. So because this two-port network, which is a transistor, it can be replaced by this input resistance, because we are able to see this much Ri input resistance, right? Okay. Now what is the voltage across R1? What is the voltage across R1? From this circuitry, can you tell me? By using potential divider rule, what is the voltage across Ri? Yes, who will tell?
Sir, RA into VS by RA plus RS.
Okay, Ri into Vs Y by Rs plus Ri. Okay, right? So and this is your I write here V1. So this is basically your, or separately I will write. So basically here there is a terminal, right? And this terminal, we call it add one dash, right? So this voltage is only this plus minus. This is your V1, right? So this V1 is equal to this. So this is your V1. If you calculate the voltage across this Ri, this is your this V1. Okay. So V1 is equal to this. So here I write this, since V1 is equal to Ri Vs by Ri plus Rs. So I will bring this equation in terms of V1 by Vs, right? Here you see V1 by Vs is there. Therefore, V1 by Vs is is equal to Ri by Ri plus Rs. Okay, like this is AVS. So I will give this equation on number. What number I shall get? 13. I will write it as a 13. This is my equation number 13. Okay, and this is my 14. So V1 by Vs in 14. This we will replace, this value we will replace in equation number 13. Okay, so therefore from 12 and 13, what we got? Overall voltage gain AVS is equal to internal voltage gain AV multiplied by Ri divided by Ri plus Rs, right? This equation 14. So this is the expression for my overall voltage gain. This is the expression of overall voltage gain. So now you tell me, AVS is greater than AV or AVS is less than AV. What you can find from equation number 15?
AV is greater than AV, sir.
AVS is greater than.
AVS greater than AV.
Okay, let us assume our AV is 15. Okay. So now you see this expression R1 by R1 plus RS. This will be definitely in decimal or not?
Yes, sir.
It will be not more than 1 or it will be more than 1.
Less than 1.
It is always less than 1. True or false? R1, Ri divided by Ri plus Rs. Means you are talking about Ri. Suppose Ri is 20 ohm. Let us take one just value. Ri is 20 ohm. So 20 ohm plus let us assume Rs is 5 ohm. Right? Now what will be the value? 20 divided by 25. What you will get? You will get in decimal. You will get 0 point something. Right? So what we will get? You just what we will get in this case? 20 by 25. So 0 point
0.8, sir.
okay 0.8. So
8.
0.8 you multiply in this 15. What you will get? So AVS. What you will get? AVS. AVS is AV. AV is 15 multiplied by 0.8. What we will get?
12.
We will get 12. So AVS is always less than AV. You see here, this expression is true. So your overall voltage gain is always less than the internal voltage gain. And why it is happening like this? Because your voltage source is having some resistance, this RS. What I said, ideally if you make the value of RS 0, then what will happen? If RS is 0, then overall voltage gain is equal to internal voltage gain, because RS is 0, so Ri by Ri will be cancelled out. So in that case you will get, so your voltage, overall voltage gain will increase, right? And we are concerned with overall voltage gain, because what overall we are getting, that is our concern. So overall voltage gain, how it will be increased? It will be increased if the value of RS is decreased. Correct or wrong? If RS value is, you are decreasing, if you are designing a voltage source in such a way so that RS value is very less, so your overall voltage gain is increasing, right? That's why I said that voltage source ideally should have zero resistance. Why ideally it should have zero resistance? Because if its resistance is 0, then the overall voltage gain increased, right? It will increase. But that is not the case. That's why we are considering the value of RS also while calculating the overall voltage gain, right? So this expression 15 is the value, is the expression for overall voltage gain. If you consider the voltage gain as a ideal voltage gain, then AVS will equal to AV. Okay, right. So with this I end here.